And they're off. Northern Wagilia first out of the gate. Freddiness firing up, and Cavalry Command is also there too in the early firing line. Smart and Fast away running on fourth, and on the chase out of the clear as Freddiness has grabbed the lead now. Freddiness just in front. Freddiness from Cavalry Command second. Smart and Fast is three from them. On the outside, I Know has moved off the rail, beginning to bid. I Know now the two path and moved into fourth. They're followed by Northern Wagilia, and last is Rascally Rebel. Freddiness into the turn, 3 furlongs out. Freddiness about a length from Cavalry Command second. Smart and Fast third to the outside. I Know right there looming from fourth with 2.5 furlongs left to go. The others far back now. Northern Wagilia and Rascally Rebel. Freddiness turns in. Freddiness top of the stretch from Cavalry Command. The outside, Smart and Fast the favorite, working harder there from third. Down inside is I Know. 4 chances stacked across the track with about a furlong left to go. I Know down to the inside with a rail run. I Know with Johan Rosado just in front outside Cavalry Command, and Kevin Gomez are left to dispute it with a 16 to go. Here's Cavalry Command getting the upper hand from I Know. Cavalry Command, I Know second, Smart and Fast third, Freddiness fourth. And they're off. Cosmicality and Never Silence. His Royal Highness Jelly Bean Brook Sharp are back in third and Consulted on the outside. Here's Great Idea parked in between horses into the turn, running a little tight there. And Stimulus Maker out there 3 deep now settles in that second flight as the speed goes on up front. And it is Aliferous second to last, and trailing the field is Tate. Cosmicality, Never Silence, putting on a sharp pace of the distance. Opens up now about 5 lengths on His Royal Highness Jelly Bean, and the outside Consultant now third. Stimulus Maker there with that second flight. It's another length and a half, and Great Idea just biding time about 7 from the front. Back to Aliferous, and trailing the field back there about 9 off that pace is Tate. Heading for the far turn run, and Cosmicality breaks away, opens up a 3-length lead. Consultant Never Silences in third. Great Idea continues to move forward to the outside with confidence now. Here's Great Idea into third, heading into the far turn run. And back to Aliferous and Stimulus Maker in between horses, followed by Tate, who improved to second to last position. His Royal Highness Jelly Beans in the back. With 2.5 furlongs left to go, Consultant at Cosmicality now they're head-to-head for the lead with Great Idea looming. On the outside is Tate, who's widest of them all, and Aliferous in between horses. Then Stimulus Maker. Past that furlong marker they roll. Consultant in narrow lead. Aliferous from between horses. Aliferous coming with a bid now. Also Tate on the outside. Tate and Aliferous. Aliferous just in front from Tate. Tate and Aliferous. Aliferous on the inside and Tate. Aliferous bobbing with Tate. Aliferous and Tate. Aliferous is 30 to 1. Tate at 8 to 1. And it is Consultant third, followed by Great Idea, Cosmicality. And they're off. Sharp break for Tazita. SENSON to the outside. Shine Like a Diamond. Camellia riding between horses early. Down to the inside is 12 O'Clock Rock, who's only 3 from the lead and improving now. 12 O'Clock Rock all the way up to third. Early Rose trailing in field to the far outside. Only about 4.5 to 5 lengths from front to back. Tazita shows the way a half length from SENSON second. 12 O'Clock Rock right up there. A length in the front on the inside and trying to get through it, opening on the inside of Tazita. So Tazita just a narrow lead from SENSON to the outside. A bit of rib on the inside for 12 O'Clock Rock to prompt right on through, but still tight with 4 furlongs left to go. And then the outsiders Early Rose, then it's Shine Like a Diamond, and Camellia Rod is in the back. 5 lengths covers a bit of the far turn. SENSON, Tazita down to the inside, 2 lengths back. 12 O'Clock Rock, no option but to come to the outside of the now. Rebidding on the outside, 12 O'Clock Rock joining SENSON up front. SENSON, 12 O'Clock Rock, Tazita down to the inside, and Camellia Rod is in fourth. Shine Like a Diamond next, and Early Rose, a lot to do, trailing the field into the stretch. 12 O'Clock Rock opening up. 12 O'Clock Rock powers away. 3 in front from SENSON second as Camellia Rod shifts in, but just grabbing third now from Tazita. Then Shine Like a Diamond. They're in deep stretch, and it's 12 O'Clock Rock. She was much the best under Caramanos. 12 O'Clock Rock coasting home by 6. SENSON will hold second from Camellia Rod, and then it was Tazita and Shine Like a Diamond. Course, rail 87 feet. And they're off. Evangelina Long, Extra Crunchy, romantic comedy in the early firing line, and Girls on Fire down to the inside as they move to that turn. Pounding Music and Torre Bronca on the outside. They follow 6 off the early pace. Here's Met in Miami racing in the back with Foxtrot Seville trailing the field. Romantic comedy at a good pace leads it by 2 lengths from Extra Crunchy, second about the same margin. And Girls on Fire is in third now that leader really gets away. Romantic comedy gets away now, opens up and powers off by 6, going a quick pace now. Extra Crunchy, Girls on Fire, Evangeline Alon's on the outside, racing in the clear. And then it is Pounding Music, held up about 9 or 10 lengths off a speedy leader. And Torre Bronca is followed by Met in Miami and Foxtrot Seville trailing the field. Heading with the far turn, isolated leader, Romantic Comedy, now with a 7-length advantage. Extra Crunchy, then Girls on Fire, Evangeline along the outside of the second grouping, and Pounding Music just in behind that. First to give away, Extra Crunchy, suddenly backed out of it. Now passed by Met in Miami, the outside, the 2-path, and Torre Bronca still in the back. Foxtrot Seville still with a lot to do. Romantic Comedy, but here they come. Evangeline Alon fires up to second, and Pounding Music on the outside, and Girls on Fire fourth. Met in Miami is in fifth, and Foxtrot Seville, they're into the stretch. Evangeline Alon, 1 furlong left to go. Pounding Music there on the outside, testing one another with 1 furlong left to go. Evangeline Alon on the inside. Pounding Music just in front though. Pounding Music, the head in front of Evangeline Alon. Met in Miami begins to close very late in the game. Here's Met in Miami trying to time it just right, and does. Met in Miami, Carrasco did it. Met in Miami up in time for Pounding Music, Evangeline Alon, and Foxtrot Seville, and Girls on Fire.
We're absolutely blessed to have the ability to work with animals for our day-to-day job, but the blessing means that we also have a big responsibility, and that responsibility is that when a horse has finished its racing career, to make sure that we give it every opportunity to have a second career.
Horses on the racetrack, they typically race from 2 to 3 years old up to 6 to 8 years old, and they have a long career in life after that. Thoroughbred aftercare is taking care of horses after their life on the racetrack.
Making sure that we are being good stewards of the animal. We have a generation coming up that's more aware of our world, of our climate, of our animals that we use, everything that's really given us humanity and integrity about who we are and what we're doing on this planet.
There are the actual aftercares themselves, and they are farms that will rehome and rehouse the animals when they come off the track. And then there are other organisations such as the TATE, which is the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, that actually accredits the aftercares to make sure they are doing exactly what we want them to do.
We focus on organizations that can rehabilitate, retrain, retire, rehome new horses, and find a new purpose for them for after their racing and breeding.
Any animal that's willing to let you ride it or use it for work, we owe that animal everything we can do to make sure that trust is repaid.
And they're off. LADRO to FICHI and Hoodoo Land from the outside. Milady Thatcher's right up close early, and a nice twist away in fourth. Tilted Tiara, Divine Fashion is next, and Believe in Freedom is seventh and trailing about 9 to 10 off the pace. Here's the favorite Hoodoo Land on the outside. LADRO to FICHI near the inside, a length and a half more, and Milady Thatcher is in third position with Tilted Tiara down inside there. The first four bunched up only 3 lengths apart. Divine Fashion also pulling up at the outside there is Divine Fashion pulling within 3 lengths of that lead, another 2 lengths back, and it is Believe in Freedom in the back with Nice Quest. Heading for the far turn, LADRO to FICHI from Hoodoo Land in second, Tilted Tiara third, Milady Thatcher's in fourth, and Divine Fashion the outside. 3 wide is Divine Fashion, Believe in Freedom, and the back is Nice Quest. Into the turn with about 3.5 furlongs left to run, and LADRO to FICHI and Hoodoo Land racing head to head for the lead. Milady Thatcher just off them, just 2 lengths in the front. Tilted Tiara and Divine Fashion racing side by side, but the top pair getting away now, especially Hoodoo Land the favorite. Hoodoo Land tries to quicken with a 1/4 mile left to go. Straightening in, it's Hoodoo Land from LADRO to FICHI. The lead is about a length. Milady Thatcher just at an even clip at this point, has a furlong and a half to rev up to catch Hoodoo Land. Hoodoo Land, LADRO to FICHI, then it's Milady Thatcher, and fourth is Divine Fashion on the outside. As they pass the furlong marker, Hoodoo Land 1 to 2 and pouring it on, a 3-length lead. LADRO to FICHI tried to stick with her, but it's Hoodoo Land. Hoodoo Land from LADRO to FICHI, then Milady Thatcher, Divine Fashion, Tilted Tiara. Feet. And they're off. Mamba Queen out first and going to try to grab the lead, but there comes La Familia on the outside and Sassy Babe down to the inside. Mamba Queen settles in third position. Chargina is next, saving ground. Icy Replies in between horses, deemed essential. Racing about 4 wide and about 5 from the front at this point. Back to Yira, third to last, and Sydney Sue setting to the back of the pack there and trailing the field if then. The one to catch is La Familia. La Familia with Sassy Babe now coming in the 2-path to put pressure on, and Mamba Queen is out 3 wide and a 4 deep, deemed essential to make 4 stacked across the track. Chargina biding time down to the inside, ready to quicken now with a 1/4 mile left to go. Into the stretch, it is Sassy Babe and La Familia down to the inside. Chargina down to the inside, trying to carry on with it. Out of the center of the track now. Icy Replies coming with a run in between horses. Icy Reply charges hard into third, but it's Sassy Babe going on. 17-1 is Sassy Babe. Sassy Babe from La Familia. Sassy Babe and La Familia and Sydney Sue maybe up there for third after a trouble tripper on the far turn. Icy Reply was in that picture as well. Deep out wide is Yira. Lined up. And they're off. Pit Boss on the inside, Caribbean on the outside, and Fortune's Fool is right there in between horses with some early foot too. Walk Away Joe is in fourth. The only one out kick back there is the Stiff. The Stiff some 8 off the leader. It's Caribbean who takes off. Now a 5, almost 6-length lead. Fortune's Fool racing second spot and Pit Boss third of the inside, and followed by the Stiff and Walk Away Joe in between horses. So Caribbean now 6 furlongs out from the line, leads the way and opens up now an 8-length advantage. Caribbean at a good pace, a strong pace it is. Now 8-length lead on Fortune's Fool from second, and the outside is the Stiff is just in third, and Pit Boss is in fourth, and Walk Away Joe trailing the field. 5/8 from home now, and a 9-length lead for Caribbean. Caribbean pouring on that speed from Fortune's Fool second to length, and then it is Pit Boss's third to the inside, the Stiff second to last, and Walk Away Joe at the tail of the field. Half-mile left to run into the turn, and Caribbean with that solid advantage from Fortune's Fool, the lead about 9-10. Pit Boss is in third position. The Stiff is ridden along there, and Walk Away Joe at the back of the pack. It's Caribbean getting a tap to go on still, and an 8-length lead as Fortune's Fool is the closest one. Pit Boss out of the inside, about a 1/4 mile to go. Let's see if Caribbean can keep up this quick pace. Has a 6-length lead as they turn in. Fortune's Fool. Pit Boss out of the inside. They're trying to close in from second and third. The others have plenty to do. Caribbean a 5-length lead, 1.5 left to go. Caribbean holding sway from Pit Boss to lead 4 lengths. Out in the center is Fortune's Fool. Caribbean weary but still there, drifting to the center of the track. Caribbean in front with a 16th to go. Can Caribbean stay? Caribbean can stay. Caribbean to do it all the way. Caribbean wins it about a length at the end. Pit Boss was second, Fortune's Fool and Walk Away Joe. And they're off. Empire Miss, a beat slow to begin. Flimsy onto the lead, More Than a Storm, good break, and Bourbon Swing is right up there. And Nibbles came away running in the fourth spot as they push onto the turn. Then it's a break of 5, back to Luminous and Empire Miss trailing the field. Round the turn, and it's Flimsy. Flimsy out to set the pace, leads at about 1.25 lengths in front from Bourbon Swing, just second from More Than a Storm in third. Then a break of 2, Nibbles racing in fourth. Nobody's in a hurry. Luminous racing along second to last at this point, and Empire Miss trailing the field. Only 6 lengths will cover them. Slow pace from Flimsy. Jorge Ruiz slowing it down on Flimsy. Bourbon Swing in hand, tracking in the clear outside. More Than a Storm. Nibbles right there, just a couple of lengths off the lead. Luminous out widest on the course. And it's another 4 lengths back. Empire Miss still in the back of the pack. Flimsy's got everything her own way, getting only mild pressure there from Bourbon Swing on the outside. Flimsy a 1/2 length in front from Bourbon Swing. At the rail, More Than a Storm just third, and Nibbles up close too. Luminous on the outside. Out wide still is Luminous, within 3 of Flimsy, and trailing is Empire Miss. Into the far turn, Flimsy, Bourbon Swing, and outside is Nibbles. With Luminous asked the question there from 4th, and More Than a Storm in 5th, and it's back to Empire Miss. Flimsy turns for home with a narrow lead. Flimsy top of the lane. Bourbon Swing up to even terms there on the outside. Flimsy tries to kick. Flimsy opens up a 2-length lead. Flimsy set down for the drive for a 1.5 left to run. Flimsy's in front. More Than a Storm charging at the rail. Bourbon Swing up between horses. On the far outside is Luminous. Nibbles there, pitching into between horses. It's Flimsy. Hold on, and it's Flimsy who will do it. Jorge Ruiz and Flimsy all the way from Nibbles, and then Luminous third. Bourbon Swing fourth.
When we started adding protocols, the first thing we knew we wanted to do was to add veterinarians watching training. We really had to look at all of the opportunities that we had to impact horse safety, controlling medication and training, which had never been done, investing in cutting-edge diagnostic techniques, decreasing the amount of medication that was in the horse on race day. Right now it's training, but we're checking horses that are racing on Saturday. Thank you. You're all right, sweetie. I feel like we are changing things for the better.
Right now, it's basically just being present. We do examine various horses in the days leading up to it. Race day, it's every horse. We're watching the horses, how they warm up. Now they've got weight on their back. We're on different surface. We're still following the horses. All the horses look good during their warm-up, sound ready to run.
I truly feel like we are moving the sport forward. The horses are better for it. We've really changed to focus on putting horses at the center and being the most important part of the equation.